if you have a busy, demanding job, if you are over 30 and you're getting poor quality sleep, if you're feeling groggy in the morning and you're not waking up excited and energetic in the mornings, if you're getting up frequently in the middle of the night to take a pee, you're dealing with elevated cortisol levels. So there are two reasons why people fail to prioritize their health. It's either going to be psychological or physiological stress, right? You get to a point where things get tough. You're sticking to a plan for a while and all of a sudden things get hard, right? Life starts creeping in and pulling away from your attention towards the plan. The psychological stress goes up. All of a sudden you start struggling to stay consistent, start slipping up, bad habits. Eventually you self-sabotage, right? It gets too daunting, too big, and you get overwhelmed, right? That, or you just try to do the all or nothing approach, and then you burn out, you fizzle out eventually, and throw all this stress on top of your hectic schedule, and that causes a lot of physiological changes, right? Your cortisol levels go up, they stay elevated, you start holding on to weight differently, you start feeling groggy in the mornings, and that leads to poor quality sleep, right? And you feel stressed out, right? And the cost of that are pretty high, especially men, right? Cortisol levels directly correlated to lower testosterone levels, right? Lower testosterone levels, sex life, not good, right? So the chances are you're probably experiencing chronic stress, right? You probably have elevated cortisol levels. We all do in this day and age, right? And if it's really bad, that can also be tied to excess weight gain, right? The thing is that it can be really hard to measure and assess where you're at with cortisol and chronic stress and how it's affecting you specifically, because it affects everyone differently. If you have a busy, demanding job, if you are over 30 and you're getting poor quality sleep, if you're feeling groggy in the morning and you're not waking up excited and energetic in the mornings, if you're getting up frequently in the middle of the night to take a pee, you're dealing with elevated cortisol levels, right? And that can be wreaking havoc on hormones like testosterone. It causes ghrelin to spike, which is the hunger hormone, so you start craving junk food the next day. Not good, right? And you start noticing that there's just a bit of extra fluff around the midsection that you just can't get rid of, right? Energy levels are crashing throughout the day. Morning wood for the fellas, no more, right? Yeah, it's not good, right? There's some serious cost to this, right? The thing is that really confuses me is how, as a society, we've accepted this as a normal part of aging. This is not normal. This is not a normal part of getting older, right? And it's insane to see what people can endure and call normal. If this is you, if you're experiencing this on any level, I'm telling you right now, it's not good, right? And it's not normal, and you need to shift, because if you stay on this trajectory, things are not going to end up well, right? Elevated cortisol levels, you're going to see more and more poor health outcomes, potentially disease, definitely accumulated fat cells, and all kinds of undesirable outcomes later on. So here's the thing, most of the chronic stress that we experience does not exist outside of our own thinking. We create the prisons that we live in. It all exists inside of our mind. There's no such thing as a stressful situation, right? There's only stressful thinking, which means you also get to choose whether or not you want to experience stress and pressure, right? Now, I've probably lost about 50% of you at this point, especially those of you that think you have a special set of circumstances that makes your life so much more stressful than everybody else's. But this is true. There is no stressful situations. There's only the stress that you create. Right? So fitness and staying healthy and staying in shape, it really is more than just eating less and moving more, and diet and training strategy and tips and hacks, right? And if that's all you're focusing on when you have the lifestyle that you do and you're as busy as you are, there's no way it's going to last. It's always going to be a phase. You're always going to keep doing this all or nothing cycle, right? You're going to have to dig a little bit deeper and lean into your lifestyle, your internal health, your metabolism, your habits, your behaviors, and your mindset, right? And that's going to take some work, but it's worth it. It's worth striving for. And if you realize that, you can 100% change your life, and you can experience things that you wouldn't otherwise be able to experience if you didn't, right? Because no one wants to just lose 20 pounds to lose 20 pounds, but what kind of life experiences does that open up for you? So you got to focus on the right problem to fix, which is you. And you got to find the solution, which is also you, right? Whatever is in the way is the way, the old Stoic saying, right? So that's how you get and stay in shape and make it lifelong. That's all I got for this one. I hope this video was valuable for you. If it was, let me know in the comments. On your side, Taylor.